Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Welcome to the new trading week. I am Dan from Trading with Dan. Hope you guys have all had a brilliant weekend. That all being said, we shall go straight over to the Bitcoin charts where we can see we had a nice little bit of a scam wick to the downside here. Some people probably fired up their computers and their accounts this morning and thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're up here, and then decided to dump some Bitcoin. But obviously it's quite bullish, the fact it was brought all the way back up, straight back up to our resistance level that we're currently at the moment. Not a major resistance level, but just the resistance level that we're operating against at the moment. Obviously this is a bullish wick. So yeah, obviously it looks good. It looks good for more continuation to the upside. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Obviously, traditional markets are open today, so we may get a bit of a direction from that. But as we looked at them over the weekend's videos, they are looking pretty good. So we'll have a look at those in a minute. If we go over to Ethereum, the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, we were looking good. Previously looking to try and get above this resistance here, but we were rejected and slammed down. Obviously, when Bitcoin had its rejection to the downside, and Ethereum still not really managed to pick itself up. It is obviously massively frustrating to everybody involved in these altcoin markets, just how Ethereum is lagging. Obviously Bitcoin with it's not as many use cases, not as much adoption or transaction as Ethereum is just leading the way. So yeah, it is frustrating, but Ethereum will have its time to shine, and all the unsophisticated investors that are pumping up the Bitcoin price on ETF news will at some point turn their focus to Ethereum, most notably, and then maybe some of the other altcoins as well. We can see it in the Bitcoin dominance as well. Just altcoin pain here, as you can see, just pure altcoin disasters relative to Bitcoin. Obviously in dollar value they're not looking so bad, but I mean, who cares about dollar value? Dollar value is somewhat an oxymoron anyway, isn't it? Because there's no value in that dollar. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, if we do have a look at those stock markets, you can see obviously easing off pretty much to the dot, at the underside of our resistance level. But yeah, this is to be expected after getting up to this important level, a bit of an ease off, and now it's a case of where do we put in a higher low relative to these lows, turn back up, take it out, and then just go full crack up boom. That is my preferred scenario. That is the scenario that I think is most likely. But yeah, we shall see. Let's have a look at Nascoin as well. Nascoin as well, looking like it's getting up to an important horizontal, and if it takes that, it will start to look good. What Nascoin needs is this 10-year to ease off, but obviously not quite easing off at the moment. But like I've said, I believe this is gonna start to put in a top here, maybe not even take out this high, and then start to make its way back down. But obviously a bit, I call it a relief bounce after this pullback. It's obviously a pretty aggressive move to the upside. DXY as well, looking a bit more like a relief bounce after this pull down, after this drawdown. But I think this is broken this upward trend now, and we'll start to make moves to the downside. Obviously, if we extend and pretend, if we extend our downward line on our trumpet formation, on our ascending broadening wedge, yeah, obviously we've got targets down here, and then ultimately if we break our ascending broadening wedge to the downside, then yeah, we'll be coming down. We will get that 89 handle ultimately. Eventually. How is the shift coin doing this morning? Yeah, obviously not doing too good off the back of this off the dollar having this slight move up. But I mean, realistically, you guys can kind of tell we pretty much stopped looking at this. I mean, if we do just have a look at it, it's ultimately it will probably break to the upside. But is it going to underperform BTC? I mean, it obviously already has massively underperformed it on pretty much any time scale you'd care to look at. Let's go to my old favorite. Although, like I've said, I'm just precious metals are just not really where the focus is. But obviously good just to accumulate some. But yeah, I mean, it's like you can buy a certain amount of precious metals, you can buy a certain amount of crypto, and then all of a sudden you have significant amount of value of crypto, and then the precious metals have basically done nothing. So then all of a sudden your focus then just turns to crypto. That is the process. That is the process with that. Let's look anything else you want to look at. Yeah, let's look at the USD value for Ethereum actually for a change. I know we probably neglect this. I know a lot of you guys probably look at this. As you can tell, I don't really. But yeah, obviously I had a pullback into this with that pullback with Bitcoin into our horizontal here. Still within this little channel we've got above this resistance, below this support, below this resistance. Yeah, I mean, once we take this out, we will probably see the completion of this target, which is roughly just above the all-time high. So I'm sure all-time high will offer a bit of all-time high resistance, and then yeah, we'll continue on our merry way to 8k AKEOY, of which there is not much of a Y left. So maybe it will come in Q1, but to be honest, you might think that, but honestly, when crypto gets moving, you'll be surprised how fast it can move. But yeah, we shall see. Those stochastics, then we know we're getting they were a mixed bag over the weekend. Weekends are obviously always a bit of a mixed bag trading wise, usually reversion to mean, usually just scammy price action. But yeah, 4 hour had a nice bullish reset, turning back up with plenty of room to run, so we have got that supporting price action at the present. The low latency 10 hour, yeah, looking to turn back up here, but not turn back up quite at the moment. 12 hours pretty much turned down, but as you can see is relatively bullishly resetting. Daily just holding up there. 2 day is getting toppy. 3 day is not a toppy, but not got a lot of room to run. 3 day and 5 day looking good though. Weekly also looking good here. Bi-weekly also looking good here, and monthly also looking to turn up here. So I mean, these are clearly telling us that that we're going to 100k plus. It is obviously just a case of the route we take. Nothing goes up in a straight line, apart from well, obviously Bitcoin from 40k to 60k, that was a straight line. But generally speaking, nothing goes up in a straight line. We will get a pullback from at some point, a nice healthy pullback. It's just a case of what level that pullback comes from. It could come from here, but if I had to guess, it's going to come from high 60s to low 70s, and then potentially take us down to basically down to high 50s, maybe even just low 60s, but we shall see. But yeah, all to play for this week. All to play for. I think the stock markets are gonna break their way into a what would be a very bullish trend once you break above here and start to eye up those all-time highs. We are in, like I've said, we are in a crack up boom. We are in just a debasement of currencies worldwide. Obviously, looking at currencies relative to other currencies is not necessarily what you particularly gonna gauge that by, but we live in a world of rogue central banks out of control. Stagflate, tax and lie. It's basically all these guys have got going for them. Try and stagflate the debt away, whilst obviously growth is doing nothing. Tax everybody in every way they can. Let obviously the elites, the banking institutions do whatever crime they want, whilst obviously in the US track every payment over $600, and also just lie, stagflate, tax and lie, just lie, literally the CP lie. The CP lie figures, and what was the other one? The other abbreviation for CPI, the continuing propaganda index. It's all just BS statistics. It's all manipulated statistics. I can't remember what the saying is about statistics, how you can just basically manipulate them just to say whatever you want them to say. But yeah, we live in a world of rogue central banks, as George Gammon would say. And yeah, and that's basically we just live in complete fake markets. So yeah, I mean we are hamsters within this treadmill. So there's nothing else we can do but run and just play the game. So yeah, let's just play the game to the best of our abilities. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.